Hi there, my name is Chelsea Gibson here with your daily video from Wild Rose Wellness on YouTube and on Facebook and on Instagram. Now, see the abundance that's available for social media and ways to communicate? I know, that same abundance is actually available everywhere. So let's talk about abundance, because when we're in a situation like we are now, we talked about it on my last video about financial anxiety, it's easy to collapse into your head. Now, the tools yesterday we were using for financial anxiety when those thoughts come up. Now let's talk about those inner beliefs that we have around money. Now, depending on how you guys grew up, you may or may not have been told that money doesn't grow on trees or money's difficult. And particularly if you came from, my family was Scottish, so that idea of like penny pinching and coupon clipping. And I know that many members of my family before me actually did function from a lot of financial poverty because it wasn't available. My grandmother being one of them. And one thing I always learned from her, because she did grow up that way, she actually had more tools available and had a very different point of view about money, because she was an artist. Okay, let's talk about Grandma Ina. So she was an artist. And when I was a little girl, she was teaching me how to paint. And we would be painting and I would make a mistake, let's say. Or I would squirt the paint everywhere, start finger painting with her very expensive oil paints. And she'd say to my mom, "Don't worry, she's just playing." And she would always tell me that there was no mistakes in art, that what you wanted to do was build the mistake into the artwork. And the same thing happens with money. What ends up happening is, let's say that we overspend, or let's say a big bill comes in, and what we do is we start to shut down because of those anxieties that we have and those negative thoughts. So we start to shut down. We go into this huge lack mentality. We just go into panic mode. It's like, shut all the doors, stop the spending. Yee. And then you know what happens? That's usually when we overspend, ironically enough, because we want to prove to ourselves that we can, that we have the independence. So then we overspend without asking any questions. It's crazy. So when it comes to money, you have to have this awareness that there is abundance available, even if the bank account doesn't show it. Okay? You've got to have an awareness, and depending on your belief systems and what you call God or what you call the universe, whatever it is that's outside of yourself where you can access, say, infinite energy or an infinite consciousness, there is abundance available. And that's how magic ends up happening in the world. You know, most of the time, when we have points of view, we create our realities with them. So if we say that money's difficult, a lack of money shows up. If we say I have no money, even if there is money in our bank account, we always feel like we have no money. And regardless of the number, if it's my clients that have 500 in their bank and my clients that have, 500,000 in their bank, and everywhere in between, the same poverty beliefs and the feeling of lack of money is the exact same. And I know for a lot of you, you say, only if I had this amount, then I would feel calmer. If I made this much, then I'd feel better. And even though absolutely money helps, and money is a beautiful tool for us, especially in our society, regardless of your circumstances, there's always somebody else worse off than us, like in the gradient of poverty on this planet, unfortunately. So what you want to do is make the most with what you do have gratitude for what you do have. Look around your life, list your skills that you could ask for assistance for, maybe an online business. This might be the time to start it, but it also might be things in your bank account, in your bills that you could try to cut down or change. But that energy, when you're doing that, those feelings, those belief systems, the guilt and the shame, that's the stuff you want to look at. That's the stuff you want to journal. That's the stuff you want to clear, because not one of you that's watching this video needs to feel ashamed of your finances or ashamed of the amount that you make, be it 5 million, 500, 5,000, or $5. It's almost as if we get that same excitement that children do when they get $1, and they just are so excited and so elated and have so much gratitude for that dollar. I want you to do that today with your finances. Regardless of what's happening in your life, have gratitude for the things you have purchased, the things that are in your life, the things that are in the room that you're sitting in right now. Have gratitude. When you're ready, go to your bank account and have gratitude for every single dollar that's in there, every visa that you have, every debt that you have, whatever it was that you bought with that debt, any schooling that you did, or your car or your house. Have gratitude for it. That will start to shift so that you actually feel the abundance that's around you. We are so lucky to have whatever it is that we have, And over the years, if it was my grandmother or traveling through impoverished countries in the world, I have seen the gradient of wealth on the planet. And I know that even the people that I met while traveling that actually lived in a house the size of this room in Greece, they felt more wealthy than people I've met that make 10, 20 times the amount that they do. So I have learned through experience, through my life, that it's not about the amount of money you make, it's the feelings you have. So if you would like to book a session to clear some of those feelings, they're buy one, get one free with me right now. You can click the link below and let's get this cleared for you so that you guys can be more proactive. You can problem solve with your money. You can see the other possibilities and the abundance that's available. All right, I love and adore you all, and I will see you tomorrow for another video. Bye for now.